Wouldn't it be funny if I turned into a lamp and I squished you like the Pixar ball?
We don't have animation budget.
Did I need to be careful because I keep looking into the camera and saying, Denmark, you know what to do. And then he's like, fine.
Genuinely, welcome to the Safe State podcast, by the way. Genuinely, I have no idea what Denmark does in terms of editing. The last episode I have fully watched was episode 3. I have not, unless you tell me to look at a specific section,
Mm-hmm.
I have not looked at any of the final products of our episodes. Mainly because I'm like, I already lived this. I'm not going to go through this again.
I don't exactly watch it all the way through because, again, I lived it. I don't really
Yeah.
like I do this weird thing too. Whenever I listen to it, it's like you'll say something, and then I'll think of a response naturally, and then as like I'm thinking about it, I say it in the video, and I'm just like, Jesus, this is why I don't watch them because my brain goes back to the same place. But
Yeah.
typically, I'll like watch the first like few seconds of like the intro and like the end, and then like I'll skip around in between just like to see what edits he does do. And they're really great.
See if you did the intro correctly.
Yeah, and he has.
Oh,
He's been
good.
doing it. He didn't realize that, which is on me because I never
I didn't
told him.
realize it either. I thought
Yeah,
it was supposed to be like.
yeah. I should have. That was on me. You can put me in the timeout corner for that one.
I thought you said you could put me in the comments. Engagement. You got to think about these things.
Type banana in the comments again.
Now you
'cause
are
that
going
was
out.
funny.
Now you're going in the timeout corner.
But yeah,
No.
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 But that was
Yeah.
I was gonna say Denmark loves to commit to the bit.
Yeah.
And so it's like even if it's like we'll take it forever to edit a stupid thing, because like when you were like in the last episode when you said the hacker man thing, he completely edited that.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, I know you don't, but it's
I don't remember. This is why, like, I said it in episode 12. I'm like, I'm making a conscious effort to give Denmark less work because I know I say like so much like crap that like I real and then sometimes like if I say, like we're talking about like we're gonna be talking about Pixar movies today. Obviously, I want them to put like when we talk about Disney's Pixar's Brave, I want him to put like Brave here, like right where my hand is, but
motion track it to my hand.
yeah.
Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
That was something I wasn't going to bring up. I was going to see if he did.
I unless we specifically called it out, I
Yeah,
don't think he would.
no, that's why I'm just being goofy. But like unless like it's something like more like passive. Whenever I'm like, oh, like get 7 hamburgers and throw them across the screen. Like I don't really mean that, but like also I don't want to. I don't like. We don't give Denmark any direction. We just like here's the file, and if he asks us questions, you answer them. And
Yeah,
then if y'all need me for something, y'all spam my DMs, and I give it to y'all like an hour before the episode has to go live. I'm like, here you go.
yeah.
Um, I've been live the last 4 hours. I could have given, most I know excuse. I just forget. That
Mm-hmm.
my biggest thing. I've been better though. I have been.
We've been trying to fine tune the pipeline.
I think we're like almost there.
Yeah,
We've been the most consistent we have in the last few weeks.
and I've been really trying to like aim for it.
Yeah, I do read. I've been wanting to put like at least responding y'all's chat messages with like a thumbs up because I do read y'all's group chat messages. Just by the time I get to them, because I'm like at work,
They're already resolved.
y'all
like
y'all have had the full conversation. What am I going to say? Like just like
yes.
undermine you
Yeah.
and be like, anyways, Denmark, yes, do like.
Do it this
There's
way.
no point in me saying
Take that,
anything.
throw it away,
But
throw it in the trash, and do it this way.
who's the boss here?
That's
Let
a
us know in the
topic for
comments.
another episode.
Oh, episode 52.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
We just saved that. No, someone needs to edit like any save state fans in the video. I almost said in the chat. Jesus
In the
Christ.
chat.
Need to edit like a save state best moments just for the fact that Joey can see all the funny moments that we've had.
Just so we need to do is whenever Denmark does like an editing thing, this is that more
Make
work.
it a short.
No, I was gonna say he timestamps it and then we make a short.
Oh well, I've been making shorts of the last.
Have you?
Two. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they've been doing good.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, like cool beans. Cool. I don't know why. I'm not like upset. I feel like that was me being upset.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just like I just genuinely didn't know you've been making shorts. That's awesome. That's what we.
Whenever
should
it's like, I don't make them just to make them, but like whenever it works.
Honestly, each episode we could probably get 6 shorts out of that have one each day when I have an episode live.
That's a goal
We
to
could
aim
easily
for.
get that.
Yeah.
Even if it's more just simple, just like us talking about like something
Denmark,
interesting.
we're not gonna reach out to you otherwise to tell you this, but you're gonna see this in the edit. If you see funny moments, mark them and then send it to us if you don't mind, so we can make sure.
Yeah, mark the timestamp and then we'll do it.
Anyways,
anyhow,
public forum aside, Pixar movies.
Yeah, so I don't want to go into too long for the early part.
What's your background with?
What is this? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted already.
That's like a different.
I said, what is this poster for the Force Incredibles movie?
It's like a variant one, but it's cool.
I can.
It's like the Glory Days poster.
Oh, it's his like study.
Yeah, his office.
Okay, shoot, what is Incredibles? That's the.
It's like.
It's Storkel 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because that was the last movie before the Steve Jobs stuff happened. I know about Pixar history.
I love that story. I guess this is the only time we could ever even mention it, but I love the history of Pixar. The fact that Steve Jobs owned Pixar for a while.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls.
I feel like
crazy.
I wouldn't be. I'm sure we'll come back to.
I'm sure we'll mention it again, but
maybe we do have a lot of movies to get through.
A little background on me. I love Pixar. Pixar was like, if I had to say something that was a defining thing in my childhood, it was definitely Pixar movies. I know you're kind of similar. I don't think to the degree that I am, but
yeah,
it was basically my Sonic for all intents and purposes.
No, especially when I didn't get into Sonic until I was Sonic's going to be 35, so 15 years ago. I'll be 23. Okay, when I was 8. Some reason I thought I was older. When I was 8 when I got into Sonic.
Yeah.
I say I really got into Sonic a few like 10, 11, like middle school.
Mm-hmm. You started taking it more seriously.
Yeah, I took it. I took him. There we are. I was like, I know I have to have something Sonic near me. Anyhow, in terms of me with Pixar, I definitely like when I was younger. Like a lot of these older ones, I would say like Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo,
the first wave,
Cars, probably up to honestly probably the Monsters University. Inside Out was the first one I didn't see until like several years later.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for the most part, the rest of these, all like the second half here, it's like. I saw Cars 3 in theaters. Outside of that, actually, the first Pixar movie I saw in theaters was Cars 2 and Monsters University. And I didn't see another one in theaters until Lightyear.
Dang.
Because, you had the 4 COVID movies.
Yeah.
And great, so, and then I've seen, I think I saw Elemental, but then I haven't seen Inside Out 2 or Elio. But, anyhow, well, I didn't see those in theaters. I have seen Elio. We'll get to that. That's at the end. Wow. Anyhow, for the most part, I think I know which ones Thomas hasn't seen. He's seen, I want to say, like, all but 3. Just to throw out a number. 3 or 2.
I've seen a lot of... I'm a Pixar snob.
I thought you were going to say
connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
I mean, there's a very fine line between snob and connoisseur. They're pretty much the same thing.
You know what connoisseur reminds me of? Did I grab Ratatouille?
No.
I was like, I was right next to it.
I saw the grab while I was like, oh, that's right before you're close.
Ratatouille. What's up?
Yes, I am the Anton Ego of Pixar movies.
Is that the little short man?
No,
That's not
it's the
Gustav.
food review. It's the food
Oh,
reviewer.
the gray guy.
Yeah,
He's pale skin. Sorry.
yeah. Well, yes, but
Sorry, I was like, I know Gustav
also
is.
get that movie out of there.
So I just dropped it randomly. I wasn't. I am doing this one first because I'm gonna be weird.
What? No, go.
No, I'm doing Ratatouille.
Okay, fine.
Doing Ratatouille.
We're doing Ratatouille, and you're gonna be happy. But no, So I have my thoughts on certain Pixar movies. I definitely like more than others. I don't think everyone is perfect, but
we should explain the concept here.
yeah. So the idea is we kind of did this before previous episode with I guessed Joey's ranking of Sonic games that he's played or whatever. Or like I don't know if you had a category of played, didn't play.
I didn't because I played pretty much all of them.
But
so I threw in even some like obscure games.
yeah,
there.
you did. You did like the freaking Tales Adventure. But anyway,
Yeah.
so Joey is here trying to guess my preferences on Pixar films,
Yes.
and I have to sit back and either let him be correct or let him fail, and he has to use his intuition of how he knows me. See, it's half a tier list episode, but it's half how well do you know me?
Yeah, it's a fun idea that I'm like,
You have to put your mind in my mind, and then create the ultimate save state hive mind,
yeah.
which everyone will join eventually.
No, it was an idea. I'm really glad it came up with the Sonic one, and I know we said then that we wanted to do. I think even then we said Pixar.
Yeah,
know at
because
least
we were
talked
like
about it.
the equivalent to
Because we were like, what else in terms of game? And the only thing I think I could have thought of
like
was
Pokemon.
that. Yeah, actually, I was gonna say Kirby, but Pokemon. But like,
I haven't really played a lot of Kirby games.
that's the thing. I was trying to like Pokemon. I like wouldn't really. I feel like a lot of it's interchangeable. Outside of Sun and Moon, I feel like for you, you can pretty much put them for the most. I know, sure you have your preferences.
It's not as like it's not as
Clear-cut.
varied as Pixar because like
Yeah.
I feel like my opinions on these movies are.
Honestly, I just thought
very-
about Kirby would be like all A and S pretty much, and like
Yeah,
a B or
I
two.
don't think I played a bad Kirby game yet, but
Even some like Dream Buffet's like a B. It's just kind of like, like it's nothing wrong with it. It's a fun game, but it's just kind of like, oh yeah.
yeah.
Anyhow, Toy Story. Also, I'll be giving my thoughts on these movies.
Mhm.
I don't like the first Toy Story movie. I think it's like all right. I think it's because people hold up on such a high pedestal. And in terms of history, mad respect.
Mhm.
I think I have very similar feelings to this as I do like Ocarina of Time. Tons of respect for it. I think they actually came out the same year.
It was 1990.
Was this 95 for Toy Story?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so
It was similar to 64, Mario 64.
Mario 64 is 96, so I'm a little off here, but
It's close.
still,
Enough. It's that era of
yeah,
media.
but very impressive film. I have gone back to watch it recently, and I was impressed by the visuals. I now remember looking bad, but I don't remember looking as good as it does there. Again, I think it helps that they're like, oh, the only reason why they picked toys was because humans looked like toys.
They
And
had the uncanny valley in their favor, doing toys over people. Because I don't know if you remember the people in those movies. Cause
Oh yeah, it's Andy's a little rough.
See, we've talked about this before. I wouldn't be mad. Like, okay, if you're gonna do remakes, I need to be careful that this doesn't go into a different Disney rant. But if you're gonna do remakes, at least have a greater purpose. And I feel like something like Toy Story, which is literally the first full-length feature film that is completely CGI. Like, okay, that one I would say you have
Like
maybe
that-
you could go back, remaster it, put it in theaters for a limited time. Like,
well, like there's older movies in general.
yeah, because Disney used to do that all the time, and then they realized, oh, if we make remakes of the movies instead of just re-putting the movies in theaters, then we'll
Yeah.
make more money somehow. But anyways,
So I'm gonna put Toy Story in A for you. I don't feel like I know you like this movie a lot, but I'm pretty certain it's not your favorite Toy Story, and I doubt you would have all three Toy Stories in S. I could be wrong, but I feel like at least one of them has to go in A. Also, I completely disregarded Toy Story 4 there. But we'll get to Toy Story 4.
I think that one will be a bit more obvious because I know I've talked to you about Toy Story.
I think we
4.
talked about it on the podcast a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember what we mentioned. I feel like we did. Though.
I think in like a side tangent we have
this the next one, you should know my thoughts on it.
I'm pretty sure you don't like A Bug's Life. If I remember correctly, I don't think you hate it. I don't think it's on the same level as like The Good Dinosaur. I'm gonna. See, also, it's like, how do you look at tier lists? Like, so to me, C and above is still like you consider it to be a good.
I will say because that's not as much a guessing my thoughts, but
Yeah,
the more S is like top of the line, like amazing,
yeah.
like changed my life. A is like solid movie, like I could watch this again. B is like still good movie, didn't not really like didn't leave like as much of an impact on me. C is like generic, like it's fine. Not really,
You'll
don't
watch
really
it every few
remember it.
years.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I won't go out of my way to turn it off if it's on TV,
yeah.
but I won't actively seek it out. D is like I will turn this movie off because I just generally don't like it. But it's like it, it's whatever. F
Yeah.
is like I will actively hate on this movie
Yeah.
as I'm exposed to it. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. And haven't seen this your favorite movies.
Yeah, I love those movies.
Gotcha. I want to put Bugs Life in C 'cause I don't feel like you like despise it. I feel like if it was like you came into my house and it was on, you would be like whatever, but you
Mhm.
you would like watching. I think you would still enjoy it.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. I know we've talked about it. I don't have strong memories of me and you talk about Bugs Life outside. Like I know we have mainly because like me. I'm talking about my opinions on it. I've seen it once and I was like, man, the ant bully was better. Sorry, ants,
Ants
not
was
the ant
better.
bully. Wait.
So I won't
I
go
do
into
like.
my
Know what? I will say I'm not going to retract that statement. I think the ant bully is also better than a Bug's Life.
you're probably right. I've never seen the Ant Bullied, but I have a theory because A Bug's Life is one of those famous films where it's like because you have Jeffrey Katzenberg who used to be in charge of like stuff
Mhm.
at he helped with Pixar
Yeah,
through the Disney side because he worked for Disney, but there was like a falling out between him and Michael Eisner, who was the Disney president at the
yeah.
time. And so he left to make DreamWorks, and he said, "I'm taking the Bug idea with me." So you have two films that come out the same. No,
Yeah.
literally the
No,
those
I
words.
know this. I just love that it's like I'm taking the bug idea with me.
It's
But
so
that is what
fun. Yeah,
happened.
that's exact. But
Didn't they come out the same month?
I think it was like right up
I,
against
I
each
know it's
other.
definitely the same summer.
My theory, they were originally like because they're very similar. They're not exactly the
Mhm.
same, but I feel like there was this master script that like included the best elements of both,
Got like
and
split.
it would be like a great movie. But because it got split, I feel like it
Yep.
led to two movies that were just like okay.
We got ants like all the good parts, and then he gave like the Bug's Life like one good part.
It's I don't want to say too much without giving away
Yeah,
my thoughts on the film A Bug's Life, but it's an interesting
yeah,
history. But
yeah,
that's my crackpot theory, so take
yeah.
that for what you will.
All right, Toy Story 2. I know I'm pretty. I feel like you hold Toy Story 2 higher than Toy. I feel like Toy Story out of the trilogy is the lowest for you, personally.
The trilogy.
I feel like I'm going to come to regret that 'cause I can also see Toy Story being up here. Once also for me, it's because I think it's how we did the Sonic one. Um, is that's how I like to tier list. Once I like move on to the next one, it's locked in. I
Yeah.
can't. I
Oh no,
get
I didn't think you would go back
yeah.
after the fact.
Like I can put Toy Story 2 in front of Toy Story, but I can't move Toy Story around. I almost want to do this as high A. Cause like me, as this is like you were saying, it's very like almost like an exclusive club. And
Mhm.
like I did put 5 in there, but I also think I like doubled the list here.
I will say just also there is like 5 or 6 in
Okay.
S. There's not like I think there's like 5. There's not a whole lot
I
compared
feel
to
like
anything else.
I'm gonna put Toy Story 2 in A, but above 1. Because I feel like I out of all of these things, I feel like I'm gonna nail your 5S tiers or whatever 5, 6.
You probably will.
Because like okay, going to is Monsters Inc. really the fourth movie?
Yeah.
God, that feels like such like a 2008 movie to me.
That's fair. It's kind of like that.
That was not late 90s, early 2000s, early 2000s.
Definitely early 2000s because Toy Story 2 was like 2000-ish.
That's why they didn't start doing movies every year.
Oh no, Monsters Inc. was 2001 because they censored a scene in it because of 9/11. Fun fact.
Yep. No, I
The
know we.
scene where the thingy explodes, it was just an actual explosion, and then 9/11 happened. So they're
Yep.
like, let's not do that.
Um, I love this movie. I know you love this movie. This is the fourth one I'm putting in S tier. I'm pretty certain. I don't think it's your favorite Pixar movie, but I know it's pretty high up there. And I don't have much to say on Monsters Inc. Maybe 'cause I haven't watched in a hot minute. I do want to take a moment to highlight Monsters at Work. It is the one good thing that Pixar has done on Disney Plus. Wait, that and Dug Days. That was like 5 shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And the best one they put, what was it, with Elemental, was the remember the one Dug Days I was with, one of the picks, was that Elemental?
I think you're thinking of Popcorn. Pixar Popcorn. It was like a bunch of short stories. I know they didn't do Doug Days crossing
No,
over
remember
with another
there was
Pixar film.
before one of the Pixar movies me saw, they had Cowell's Day.
Oh, you mean that was just Pixar short?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
it was
made one. It kind of
but
graduated
but
into
it
a
was
Pixar short. It was a part
it
of the
was
line,
using
though.
all the assets from Dug Days. It was
Yeah.
why after Dug Days ended.
No, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
very much, yeah. So that's why I couldn't remember what the actual short was called, but it was like I almost felt like when they put it on Disney Plus, they added in with Dug Days. They didn't put it in with like the other shorts.
Yeah.
But no, that Dug Days is really good too.
Mhm.
But Monsters at Work, and they even did 2 seasons. Those are really good. I know it's definitely probably a concept for fans like, wait, Mike and Sully aren't the main characters, but they do it in a really good way. I
Mhm.
like that the characters who focus. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't think you
have not seen it. I've heard a lot of good things, a lot from you, but also just things through like the grapevine. It's interesting. I feel like I had a big falling out. Not like that sounds weird, but I just like I used to watch a bunch of the Disney Plus shows just like across the board, but then I just they kind of left me.
Yeah.
It was definitely an over COVID thing. I watched a lot of them, but
Yeah.
I haven't gone back as much since. But like, say they announced they're doing a Monsters Inc. 2 finally, an actual Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
2. Another thing.
Honestly, that's
There's
pretty much what Monsters at Work is. Like in terms of like, because it takes place directly after
they probably wouldn't do this script anymore because of
the Circle 7 one.
yeah, the Circle 7
Scaradise?
Lost in Scaradise. I will say that
I like
is
that
a
idea.
pretty cool like idea. I think they were considering to doing that actually after like the Circle
I
7
think
stuff
so.
happened,
That one, one of the other ones they were talking about doing.
Mhm.
But no, that because pretty much the way that is, the A plot is focused on like the new people,
Mhm.
and then the B plot is of every episode it's based on Mike and Sully.
Yeah.
And it was a couple. The fourth episode they're the A plot, so like that's why I feel like they balance it well. With like let the show be its own thing,
But
but
also,
still
like
feed the fans too.
yeah.
And they do it in a really good way. It's fun watching Mike and Sully trying to run the company, and like and it is like it's not just like it isn't doing wacky hijinks, but it's legitimately them like they have to deal with like the government because they fully changed how like what the like power works.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, like if you don't meet these deadlines, that's the big thing of the season. Like if they don't train up enough monsters to be
Comedians or whatever?
comedians, I couldn't remember. I knew it was called scarers. Comedians that like they would be forced to go back to scaring. That's like the not villain, but like the in
Plot goal.
yeah,
Whatever.
that's
Plot device.
plot device for like the fourth season.
Moving things
That's not.
along.
I'm trying. I can't think. Like I guess antagonist, the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
And it's the slug lady from the CDN or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
The CDN's not. That's a thing. That's an acronym for my job.
It's CDA.
CDA. I was
It's
close.
Child Detection Agency.
Agency.
I know a lot about Pixar
Yeah.
movies, man.
But anyhow, I'm pretty certain that's S. Little Nemo. I feel like we've not talked about.
I feel like that should be telling.
I don't. I feel like this is a solid B. I think you do like it. I think this is something you would be willing to watch. Like if I was like, "Hey, you want to watch Finding Nemo?" You'd be like, "Yeah, let's watch Finding Nemo." I don't think. I definitely think you watch over A Bug's Life. I don't think it's C. If it is C, it's very high C.
Mhm.
I don't. I feel like that'll be very low B. This was my like favorite Pixar movie as a kid. Personally,
That's so funny.
I would also put it probably in B nowadays. Even though I'll probably put it in like A. But I really enjoyed Finding Nemo. It's just always the one I watched.
Mhm.
You know, like when you were a kid, you kind of choose to be watched, kind of not. Yeah. Now talking about one of my
Peak
favorite.
fiction.
Talk about peak fiction. Freaking Loki seasons 1 and 2. Sorry,
funny you-
Cars.
It's funny you mentioned Loki because I've always heard this meme go around where it's like the Thor movie from the MCU and Cars basically have the same rough plot. And every time I tell someone
No,
that, they
no,
like
yeah,
have a moment
yeah.
where they're like,
Well,
Well,
first
you
you're like,
know-
what happened in the first Thor movie? You have to like remind yourself.
yeah,
I know more from the Dark World than the first movie. I'll be honest. I like the Dark World better than the first movie. I know that's such.
I would say both of the
opinion.
Thor movies are just kind of like they're okay, but
to me they're very much like I'm more like to see it just because of like the know about Thor.
Yeah.
I've always liked Thor as a character, even before he was like comedic funny guy.
Hmm.
Like but I think they balanced it. It's why I like Love and Thunder. I feel like Love and Thunder actually balances it pretty well. I
Hmm.
know a lot of people don't like that movie. I think the CGI is fine.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I
we got all the
legitimately
hot takes
I have
today.
no issues with the CGI in that movie, and I've watched it 3 times. Once in the theaters, twice on Disney Plus. Because I'm like, I enjoyed this movie. Anyhow, Cars, S tier, no. um, Again, talk about my feelings on Cars. The last Disney movie that ever have a VHS tape. That's whenever I see this cover, that's all I see. Specifically, because that's what they use for the box art. But like this is one of my favorite movies growing up. I had a bunch of the toys for Cars. And the
Mhm.
little is it Hot? No, Matchbox is the one who has a license.
Yeah,
Because it's like the one
Cars
thing they
is
have against Hot Wheels.
Cars is the only thing keeping Matchbox alive as a company. The fact that they still
Only reason
make
why they have half the toy car aisle.
the fact that they still make cars like just
It
generally Cars
makes if I
toys.
remember, it's something to the liking of like the movies make like 2% of like the franchise's like revenue.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's like 10 billion. It's grossed over 10 billion just for toys. I
Yeah.
think specifically just the Matchboxers. I don't not even all the other merchandise they've made.
Hmm.
Because the movies they do well. They do like
They're still hits,
they
but
do
like.
several hundred million, but they underperform compared to most Pixar movies.
Hmm.
Um, which I find very interesting. Even like Cars 3, like when you get more like the nostalgia era with that, it's still I think that's the worst performing Cars movie if I remember correctly. Um, again, still did well, but I think this like did like 300 million, which is
Yeah.
still a lot. But for you, I feel like this is above Nemo. I don't feel like you feel super strong about this movie. Kind of, I feel like these are both. I can almost interchange these two. I'm gonna put it above because this one I feel more confident to be than Nemo.
Hmm.
Um, Now Incredibles, I always feel like this movie was overrated. I like this movie. It is one of my favorite Pixar movies. However, I feel like people think it's like the best movie ever. I don't think this, but I think at least in terms of Pixar, you do. I think this is your second S tier. I will say this is going to be at the bottom of S tier for me. This might be a high A. Just throwing that out there.
So
Um,
so no one comes back and.
so then I'm just going to say everything's in every category, so I'm never wrong.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember. Give me a quick sneeze. So of course, I have to hit my mic at least once episode. I swear I don't do that on purpose. Um, this is the best licensed game ever made. Legitimately, and this is not like a Battle for Bikini Bottom, like, oh, it's above average. Legitimately, this is Forza Horizon, but it's Cars. It has like 3 hours of cutscenes. All the actors are back. It's basically what Cars 2 should have been in terms of plot. Legitimately,
I think I played the
such a
Mater
great
version
game.
of this game on the Wii.
That was the sequel to that game, and that's when they lost all the budget because it was so like they pretty much
I really liked that game
it's
when
a,
I was
no, it's
younger.
still a good because it's the same engine and
It's
stuff.
it's pretty much the same game too. It's
But
just
it's
like kind of.
imagine like that game doesn't have a ton of cutscenes. Imagine like if every level had a cutscene, and like it's really and this game is also the script is written by someone from Pixar.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was
Someone.
I want to say if it's I don't know if it's the writer of the movie, but I know it's someone who's like worked on the movie. I don't want to make that crazy of a claim. And Chick Hicks is in it. He's the main villain.
Of course.
He's not in Mater's Grand Prix, whatever was
Mater Nationals. or
Mater's
something.
Nationals. I was going to say Tall Tales, but that's the mini game collection. Sorry, I like locked eyes with that game, and I was like, that was the one thing I wanted to bring up this episode because I love that game so
And you're never
much.
gonna have a chance to talk about it.
No, because I can't play it because it has the entire soundtrack from the movie.
Oh yeah.
That plays in the open world.
Happy as a house.
That's the one song it doesn't have.
Really?
Mater's Nationals has it,
Dang.
but Mater's
that's crazy.
National doesn't have all the other songs. Thank you, PlayStation. I was like, I've never heard that notification noise before. Mater's National has a bunch of other vocal songs, but the one it has Life's a Highway, but it doesn't have any of the other ones from that game.
That's so weird. That's like the song.
I will say though, if I had to pick between like a bunch of like random walk songs and like that one song compared to like all of them, I'm like, okay, like I can see where they had to pick their budget. So I'm
Yeah.
sure Life is a Highway, especially with that game,
Oh,
they're like it was expensive.
Yeah.
However, what were we on? Incredibles. Um, yeah, yeah, S, lower S. I'm sorry, I got way sidetracked. I think Incredibles is overrated. That's what I was trying to say. Um, but I feel like for you, it's like either high A, low S. I again, it's a movie I know I know we haven't talked about a lot, but I do feel like I've heard you talk about other people who care about it more than I do. To be blunt,
Hmm.
um, Wally. See
This is the real
the
test.
next couple. I know it's S. For me, it's more. I know it's above Incredibles. Is it above Monsters Inc? I know which movies are top. At least I think I do. No, I definitely know. Wally's definitely S. Wally's another one I loved as a kid. I love the story. I love. There's a lot of things in that movie. Is it a the biggest thing I think of is you had the Wii game, which that probably doesn't really change your opinion of it that much, really. But like, I'm like, does that put it above Monsters Inc? But I'm
I
like,
did.
there
We do
wasn't a
have a
Monsters Inc.
history because,
video
like,
game.
for
Moving on.
context with that, I think we were like this like over COVID or something. We were in call and I was playing the Wally Wii game
Yeah,
on my Wii U, like on the game tablet, because I didn't have a working sensor bar at the time, because like my dad broke it or something.
yeah.
And you were like, "You're playing the Wally game?" And I was just like, "Yeah." You're like,
Cool.
"Cool."
That is, I remember from when I played it as a kid, it was one of the better licensed
It's
games.
really good. I like it. It's kind of like Portal,
Yeah,
but like not.
I'm gonna put it above Monsters Inc. It's definitely above Incredibles. I know that for Incredibles, I almost feel like I should have put in high A, but it's I don't feel like. Man, this Toy Story 2. Nope, nope. I'm starting to make regrets. Why did 2 is your favorite movie? I'm just moving on. Because I'm starting to regret why I put the Toy Story movies. At least 2. No, you probably like 1 more than 2.
Don't change it.
Well, I'm not going to change it, but anyhow, I hate that that was the fourth one because it doesn't give me time to like think it through stuff.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like, shoot, Toy Story 1 and 2 at the very beginning.
At the very end, I will allow you to like change, but like after you've done everything.
Okay. I gave you one change. That's what I
Yeah.
gave you. So we do the same thing. I know Ratatouille is your favorite movie. You don't you can yeah. We've I think you've just straight up told me this multiple times. You've talked about it a lot. Um it's cool. Um I have not watched it in over a decade.
Well,
I
because
think it's
we're
a movie I would appreciate now that I'm older. It's
it's
definitely one of those
definitely
Pixar
like
movies that a bit more like as a kid I feel like you might not hit you as white.
I'm gonna try to stay generic with this, but because I'm not gonna bother to lie. It is my favorite,
But to that I knew.
but it's like a lot of Pixar movies, especially the higher tier ones, they're twofold because a lot of times when I think about the standouts with Pixar, it's movies that hit you twice. They hit you when you're young and they like
Yeah.
build in that nostalgia, but when you go back and watch them, they hit you again because like
Mhm.
Pixar's uh greatest strength as a storyteller, like as a studio in general, is telling adult stories through the lens of like being able to show it to younger people
Yeah.
and like not talk down to them, but also like quantify it in ways that they
Well,
can
I think
understand.
I like. I feel like there was I like using the term family movie. I feel like there's a bit just between a kids movie and a family movie.
Yeah,
Like pretty much every Pixar movie is a family movie, and when I say family, I mean
it's even like family movie
like
has that
every
sort of
it does,
connotation with it.
but it's the best way I can explain my feeling of like it's meant for. It's still meant for like kids. It's meant for all ages. Like I wouldn't call any of the Marvel movies family movies.
No,
Of course, I don't think so. Same like Star Wars, but like whatever. Pixar would consider all of them family movies, but I wouldn't consider them kids movies. I can't think of an example of like a kids movie off the top of my head.
kids movie is kind of like
Like the Smarts movie that just came out.
yeah, that's definitely
Like
like a
that's
kids
something like
movie.
no parents going to see that because they want to see that.
Or like the Mario movie.
Yeah, like the Mario movie.
That one's different because it like
That
has
was
a lot of
like
references, but
that's like more like nostalgia. Like
it's in
it's a bit
a
different
weird
when to
realm.
establish because I was gonna say like, Smurfs. There are Smurfs fans. I would go see that too.
Yeah,
Maybe not because Rihanna's in it, but whatever. But yeah, I agree with you. Like even I haven't seen Ratatouille in so long, so like I do know the plot beats in my head.
mhm.
I can very much see if I go back to them now, I'd probably see a lot more in it than I did as a kid. While as a kid, I was like, funny cooking wet. that joke doesn't last for me for 2 hours. Like just being blunt, like
That's
that's.
fair enough.
But like again, I do remember there was like like I remember like with the food and like all the analogies and how like I've seen some of the clips of how like it relates to like lights and colors and feelings. And I'm like I feel like something I could really get into on like a philosophical level. I just have to watch it when I don't have the maturity of an 8-year-old.
There's a really good Schaefer video about
Yeah.
Pixar in particular, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone who'd be interested. But anyways,
So next is
there's
which
another interesting
I
one.
believe is also a S tier for you. I don't. It's definitely above Incredibles. I'm gonna say I know it's not above Wally or Rat. It's definitely not above Ratatouille. I'm gonna. This is one I could see you having above Monsters Inc. I could also see you having it below. I'm gonna put it above Monsters Inc. That's what I'm gonna lock it in. I'm very much front loading the S tiers because I'm very confident that you pretty much know S tiers in the second half here. Um, I have one movie that I might put up there, but we'll get there when we get there. Um, you know, it's Elio. Um, I'm sorry, I should have muted my phone before the podcast. Let me do this real quick.
Everyone shame Joey in the comments.
Normally, I'm the one who's telling everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna put it there. Up as a kid, this was like kind of like when I graduated from Finding Nemo, then I went to Up. And I was like, oh yeah, like sad old man. I'm so mature. And I as a kid though, I never cared for Doug. I was like, I actually cared about like the little boy,
Russell,
Russell. I want to call him Scout. I mean, that's not his name.
be a
Um,
little on the nose.
yeah, no, Russell and his name's not Craig. What's his Carl?
Oh yeah,
We
Carl.
were just talking about this.
I just want to lay this out there. Maybe not the later Pixar films, but like especially those early ones, probably up to like Cars 2. I could tell you any of the characters' names.
Yeah,
Like
I see that.
actually.
Um, I could tell you any of the character names for me in the Cars movies. That's Cruz, the yellow one. I know her name.
Yeah.
Um, don't ask
Anyways,
me anyone else.
so up.
Um, anyhow,
We'll get to Cars 3, don't worry.
look at the Cars 3.
I have my thoughts.
Oh,
I know you do too. It's the most polarizing. It's the most polarizing one between us.
yeah, no. For context, S tier for me. Up. So sorry, I'm talking about my thoughts on it. As a kid, I was old enough when I was by the time I was watching people like I enjoyed more the story of like Cowell and Russell and the blimp guy and
Mhm.
all that.
Oh shoot.
The blimp guy. Um, the guy who dies at the end.
Yeah.
There you go. But as a kid, it was kind of age of like, oh, like stupid dog hijinks. This is dumb. I'm 10 years old now.
Charles Muntz. I was about to say
Charles
I'm gonna
Muntz.
make a liar of myself if
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Yeah, Charles
No,
Muntz.
you're right. But as I've gotten older, I've gone back to movie. I'm like, oh, like there's actually a lot of good comedy here. Again, I was praising Doug Days earlier. If I would have watched that when I was younger, I would have been like, this is stupid. Now I'm like, okay, I actually really like it. You know, it's not even like a torn your brain off kind of humor. It's just more like slapsticky.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like that's definitely up there for you. And I feel like we're not going to have many more. I'm probably going to end up putting 7 in S tier. I know you said 5 or 6, and I'm not like holding you super hard at that. Because I know you're trying to be vague as well.
Granted,
But
I didn't look at my list too, so I could be
yeah,
wrong.
I don't. For me, the whole time when we were doing Sonic one, I had my phone like this because I was constantly wanting to know like because I'm like, God, I had like 40 Sonic games. I threw in a bunch of spin-offs. I was like, I can't remember everything I put, so I don't even know how to like lead him around.
Well, I did this earlier, like a few weeks ago, and then I didn't actually save it, so I had to do this really quickly, like a little bit before
in
we
the
did the
car.
episode.
Yeah.
And it was like, so it helped me refresh my opinions on everything because I'm like, quickly
Yeah.
like, I think this one's just okay.
So go. I think I like the Good Dinosaur. That I don't really remember that movie. Anyhow, Brave. I don't think it's F. I think it's D. I should have put Bugs Life in D. You don't like Bugs like that much. Honestly, I don't think you like. The more I'm going into, the more I'm realizing like when I'm comparing them. Wait a minute, but like I will say I think you would like Brave more than the Bugs Life, but Bugs Life's locked in. Brave though, I feel like you're like, yeah, I saw it. It's cool. And like I feel like if I was like, hey, like I don't know, I feel like if I like for some reason really want to watch Brave, you would watch with me. But I don't feel like I could just casually be like, oh yeah, like let's watch Brave. Like I feel like if I casually like, oh let's watch Cars or Finding Nemo, you'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. Brave, I feel like I would have to kind of like fight for a little. And I don't want to fight for Brave because I don't really care. I don't like.
You don't like it that much yourself.
I don't. Brave for me is an F tier. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Oh
I
wow.
really don't like that movie.
Dang.
I think it's the most I got out of that was like, oh, Boo's the witch, the freaking Pixar
Oh
theory.
yeah, I do remember that.
That's the most I've gotten out of that.
If you could change your fate, would you? I just love that line.
Yeah, there was some good. I do like the aesthetics of that movie,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's a very beautiful movie.
but it's also to me like very like two, 2008 Xbox 360 graphics to me.
That's so fair.
Like I don't know, and then that's almost supposed to be a compliment in a weird way. I don't know. I was again. That's a movie I haven't seen since I was like 10, so I could be higher because I could see myself getting into it more. But I remember when I was like, it was also one of those movies as a kid I was like forced to watch, and I don't want to watch Brave. It's like, well, we're watching Brave, and I'm like,
You're gonna like.
and it's like, but it wasn't even the movie theater. It was a DVD we had, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
We didn't even rent it. We just owned it. Um, Toy Story 3,
Yeah, F tier.
haven't seen.
Yeah, I never seen
You saw that purple bear. You're like, what? They ruined Toy Story.
the purple bear in my Toy Story. This is interesting.
It's definitely above Incredibles. I almost feel like I'm holding Monsters Inc. too high. I'm gonna put it there though. I feel like Incredibles is a high A, but I almost feel like maybe like Toy Story. I feel like you like Toy Story 1 a lot more than I realize. Now that I'm thinking about it more. Toy Story 3 though, I feel like if that's not your favorite Toy Story 1 is, I don't think it's Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 I feel confident with the A. But Toy Story 3, just because like just off the basis thing of you're very nostalgic for Toy Story, it's the big and the reason why everyone loves the movie. I feel like that goes without saying. I could see this being higher up. I could see it being above up. Um, that was not intentional. Man, I forgot how basic of a name Up is.
But it works.
It works. I guess yeah. What
I mean,
Cars?
I was about to say. I mean,
uh,
Cars.
Yeah,
Toy Story.
Toy Story's a
Man,
little
we need a film. We need a name for our story about
about
toys.
toys.
Wait, say
But
that
very much-
again.
that was the Up was the one that era though, where there was like the movie. This is single name like connected
Mm-hmm.
fam. Like it's just around that. And it kind of even almost the logo
It was
gives me
an
that
aesthetic.
that vibe. It fits with the movie. Same with Cars on it. And Cars is that was not too far before Up.
Yeah, Cars was 2006. Up was like 8, so like 2 years later.
Yeah, they were putting back to back. Anyhow, Cars 2. I don't have much to say on Toy Story 3. I think it's a good movie. I don't have any nostalgic connection to Toy Story. Toy Story 3 was the first one I saw. So because of that, I was like, oh wow.
You didn't have the built up.
Yeah, I thought Spanish Buzz was I'm just gonna throw this here so I can put my hand. That's not what
Buzz
it's
was so funny.
I thought I still think it's
He is funny. He's great.
I think Spanish Buzz is funny. I think that I kind of wish that the movie wasn't in the daycare the whole time, but that's what the first and second movie are kind of for. You gotta get to explore more instead of focusing in one location. That's about all the thoughts I have on this incinerator scene. I was like, as a kid, I was impatient. I'm like, this is way too drawn out. And then I remember I was upset when the aliens saved them because I was like, all this waiting and they didn't even die. This is stupid. It's not getting.
You were a
point.
cynical kid, man.
I was. I've changed. I'm
Meanwhile, you're sitting and Up, and you're just like crying after Carl's like looking in the book, seeing the
Yeah.
message his wife read. You're just in Toy Story 3. You're just like, kill them. I don't care.
I saw this on TV, but I'm imagining in a theater just
Yeah.
get him. Meanwhile, like I cry at the end of them. Like not every. I've gotten better.
You want Cars? You just watch. You're watching.
Cars 3, I do cry.
I know you probably cry at every Cars movie. It's not a bad thing. They're emotional movies.
It's more just the fact that I cry at Cars 2.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
Cars 2, I less cry, but I do get very emotional at the ending because I think the ending of Cars 2 is probably my favorite action scene Pixar has done.
See, I can't even remember what the ending is.
The one where it goes like dun 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 dun.
That's like every other scene in Cars 2.
Dun dun
That's
dun
like
dun 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 dun, and then Mato goes all like, and then he's all like, Mato, you are the bomb. It's like thanks, but it's like no, you are the bomb.
Anyways, remember when that one Sonic fan developer stole a song from Cars 2? The game version?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's why it's my favorite one because it's Sonic related. No,
I still can't believe that was a thing.
Legit. God, recently. Okay, so this is so off. Kind of. Okay, it's connected. You know the Loud House?
Yeah.
They took a song from Sly Cooper in a recent episode. Like,
Really?
And they play it for like 2 minutes. It's literally just it's the main Paris theme, like probably the one that you have in your head if you can think of any Sly Cooper song, and it plays like almost the whole track, and it's still like if you go on Paramount Plus, it plays, and it's like and it's during a scene where there's no dialogue, so it's the
Maybe they just didn't keep the copyright on it.
I doubt it.
Maybe that's interesting.
Sony
though.
still has the soundtracks like on YouTube Music and stuff as like
Mm,
not that's you if it's copyright free, you still put it up there.
yeah,
But I feel like they still have the copyright on
they
that
probably would.
because that's the series they still just like they just released YouTube's plushies for them randomly.
Just funny.
But I want to buy like $30 for a plushie. I'm like I know they're high quality, but I'm like I'm sorry, that's too much for me. I probably will buy. They did make a figure, which is going to be a better pop figure.
Meanwhile, the Bing Bong plush is out from Peak, and it's the same price. So
I'm buying.
yeah,
Oh my goodness, I need to be. No, you told me you were gonna buy it for me.
Yeah,
You told me.
yeah.
I'll buy the Peak Boy.
The one no one's gonna buy.
Yeah. When they announced they're doing both, I was like, what? I haven't even looked at the final designs. I know they came out, but anyhow.
Anyways, Peak aside,
Well, no, Peak.
it's not that.
No, I know it's not. I think you like it more than I feel like you should put both life in D. I think it's a C. I don't think you hate this movie. I think you at least think it's average. I don't think you like have an active like. I could see it being in high D, but I don't feel like you're like. I feel like again, if you came over my house and like it was on, I don't think you'd like sit down and watch it. But like we were like eating, you'd just be like whatever. Now like Brave or like the Good Dino. Let me. I know this. I'm jumping ahead. I just need to go ahead and get this here because I keep referencing it. I know you don't like A Good Dinosaur. I think it's a good movie. I like it. It's cute. I like the relationship between the dinosaur and the kid.
Do you remember the kid's name?
No.
You remember the dinosaur's name? Do
No.
you remember anyone's characters' names in that film?
I remember Cruz.
That's not in the film. Do you remember any characters' names from The Good Dinosaur? Does anyone remember any of them?
Derek.
I know a lot of their names. I know Derek is not a character.
I was hoping they would have a generic. How do you remember a lot of their names?
Because I remember every freaking Pixar movie.
You said like up to like Cars 2. This is after Cars 2.
This one is a little fuzzy, but I know there's not a Derek.
I was really hoping an announcement like, oh yeah, the pterodactyl.
No.
Okay.
I do know the human's name.
Isn't it like Scratch or something?
That's pretty close. I'll give you that. It's Spot.
Because it's because it's supposed to be a yeah. I saw this movie when it came out, and I haven't seen it since.
Anyways, I hate The Good Dinosaur this much is obvious.
Yeah.
Continue on.
But yeah, anyway, back to Pete Cars 2. I really like it. I think it should not have been called Cars 2 because the one fault I do have it is
I do
a
agree
Mato
with that.
movie.
Yeah.
It's not a Cars 2. I think that's why a lot of people have issues with it. But if you play the Cars video game,
I think Cars 2 is
that's all you
just
need.
if you liked Mater, you're gonna love that movie. If you were kind of iffy on him, don't watch Cars 2.
But also, if you really like dun 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 dun, I forgot they do play like every action scene, but it's such a good song. It's like the
I won't deny that it's a cool theme, but it's like
I want every time it plays, I get like a little kid.
it's like the Werehog thing.
But see, but this movie's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed is a 30-hour game.
For context, we were just talking about in Sonic Unleashed when you like fight enemies in the werehog levels of Sonic
Yeah, it
Unleashed,
goes like bueno, bueno,
and it's really
bueno.
funny, but it
But
happens like every 30
well,
seconds.
every time you fight an enemy, it starts, and it has this big like intro,
Mhm.
and so by most time when you're done with a fight, it's like right before you really get into the song. But like, say you walk away from an enemy, you go towards another one, it just goes bueno, bueno, bueno.
It's funny.
That's all you hear.
But yeah,
No,
that's interesting. It's interesting
I
to
feel
hear
like
your perspectives on me.
I feel like I'm not far off on Cars 2. I feel like that's genuinely where it's at. Maybe not in terms of like order. I think I've kind of messed up the order here with like Brave and A Bug's Life.
I will say because we're kind of like at the halfway point. You're doing a lot better than I thought you
I
would.
think I'm scoring like an 80%.
But like, I
Maybe
I
a
won't
little
tell
bit
you
more.
what you got, but you're like, there's a few that you're definitely being blindsided by,
There's
but
a
like you're doing good.
there's a few that I now mainly like some of the ones I did at the beginning. I'm kind of like rethinking in my head now that I have a bit more like I've thought through my choices of your choices.
Thought through my mindset of your
Yeah.
mindset.
So there's definitely a few here. I'm like, I might have to change around. I think you like Monsters Universe. I don't think it's S tier. I feel like you enjoy more than most people. I enjoy more than most people. I'm gonna say now I'm really not gonna change it because I don't like that you're giving me a hint.
I just can't believe you put it there.
That's why I'm gonna put it there.
Okay.
I will say, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't want to put it below Toy Story 2, but I also don't want to put it at the bottom of A tier. Toy Story 1 is an S tier, and I almost know that for a fact now, and I kind of regret not putting it there. I
You
really
can you
regret
can you
putting
can
Toy Story 2 above it.
you can choose to believe that.
I could be wrong. I don't. Do I want to? Maybe. No, I'm not because that's where I wanted to put it, and that's what I
Okay.
want to lock in. I only want to change it because of your cough. And I no.
I was just coughing, man.
Okay. Inside Out. You probably like it more than like Cars. Yeah, that's a B. Finding Dory. That's probably like above A. That's like a D. Okay. Anyhow,
Anyways, peak fiction here.
peak fiction. I had to get the Cars 3. I gotta get the Cars 3. So Inside Out, I feel like you enjoy. That's why I can see be up or B. I don't think it's up to like the top of the top for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly not because of what we talked about with Inside Out 1. We haven't talked about that movie a lot. But from what we talked about with Inside Out 2, and I know two different films still, but I'm like, I feel like you probably like Inside Out 1 just a little bit better than 2, and I'm pretty confident where you're at on 2.
Mm-hmm.
Finding Dory, I honestly have no idea how you feel. I feel like you're probably like, again, if I, okay, this is going to be my one change. I'm putting Bugs Life at the bottom of it, because that's just making me really upset. That like so many things are being put below Bugs Life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you hate like it's F, but I don't think it's like it's not can't be up next to peak. Um, but Finding Dory, I feel like you again like you probably like it was fine for the one watch you had, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. I think it's better than the first one. I really like Finding Dory. Me, I would probably put it like B. Cars 3. This is the best movie Pixar's ever made.
That's an opinion.
I will. It is an opinion. Um,
This is really real thoughts coming in.
second for me.
Oh,
Actually, it's my second favorite
that's
Pixar
interesting.
movie.
I'm curious what your favorite is.
We'll get to that. Here's a hint. Not Toy Story 4. Um, um, this is hard because I know I've talked to you a lot about this movie, but I feel like obviously you like we've had conversations about it, but it's mainly me like gushing about the movie.
Mhm.
I haven't let you talk a lot about this movie because mainly I think you're very in the middle on it. I don't think you. I feel like
Place your bets now. Am I in the middle on it?
God. I almost wish we had like one less tier because I don't like how spread out this is. Um, I feel like it's right next to. I feel like you probably prefer the fourth one a little bit. I definitely know that you like it more than the second one. That I feel like is pretty obvious. I feel like you do like the fourth one a little bit more. I hate how NPC looks. Okay. Anyhow, that's kind of how I feel. Cars 3 for me, it's just like it hit me right at that time of like I was starting to like get like grapple with like the concept of death
Mm-hmm.
and like reality. In it's also the one of the first Pixar movies I saw like in theater,
Mm-hmm.
and it just really one like I always loved Cars,
I do have a funny story
but
about Cars 3 specifically. When the trailer dropped, we were
God,
we were in the same place. I won't say where, but we were like hanging out, and
I think I remember.
you probably do, but I remember I was off doing something, and we were in a big group, but like
Yeah,
you were like, guys, come check this out. This is crazy, and then we're all like
huddled
20
around my
people
phone, and this
huddled
is
around
back like
like
when phones were like half the size they
yeah,
were.
they were like real small.
Like like back when the phone was like this is my phone now. It was probably about that big.
Yeah,
Like that's I'm not that far off.
and it was like you're holding your phone, and it's just like you play the trailer, and it's like it's that icon. I will say that trailer is really good,
Well,
and that
no, it was
scene is
it
good
was
in the
the
movie.
teaser because
Yeah,
it was just when he crashed.
yeah.
Because it was really slow. You're sitting there, you see like boom, boom, and you're like, it's also you.
I will say that's a great like.
The intro of that movie's phenomenal.
Yeah, I will say I do really like
I
that part of
thought
it. It's good.
I watch a movie probably about once a year, and I watched it actually not too long ago.
I do it every
And
day on Cars Day.
I always do it on Cars Day.
It's how I celebrate my favorite national holiday.
It's yesterday, Cars Day.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's another 4-letter word. It was Sun's Day yesterday.
Sun's Day?
Sun's Day, like mother son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't tell if you're pulling my leg or
No,
not.
no, it actually it was
Oh,
no
okay.
National Sun's Day.
Oh, okay, cool.
National Sun's Day's in November.
Because we want to be different.
We want to be yes, because we need to have one more holiday for the government to take off on. Anyhow, I don't know why I felt like I had to bring that up.
It's not untrue, but anyway.
Not untrue. One day we'll do the politics episode.
We're just gonna air out every single thing. Most polarizing episode ever.
It'll be Patreon exclusive.
Yes, I like that idea.
The people who won't get upset at us, at least not too much. People who know we're still decent.
Let us know if you want to know our political opinions down in the comments.
I'll tell you this much. This I don't agree with.
Anyway.
Anyhow, no, Cars 3 is just like every time I watch it, every emotional beat hits. I love the arc between Lightning and Cruz. I like.
Do you remember the enemy's name? The bad guy? The antagonist?
No, I know. It's the thing that makes me upset. I was talking to someone about this movie yesterday, and I remembered his name then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also just really bad with names.
Yeah.
I'm like I probably couldn't tell you the name of like most movies I see. Even like the Thunderbolts. I was talking to someone about the Thunderbolts the other day. I'm like, who's the character who like turned invisible? Like ghosts. I'm like
I mean,
like that. That's the one where it gets literally hard. Meanwhile, I can remember like Yelena. What is it? Below. Well, Romanoff. God, I'm stupid. I was going to start to say like Bolivia or something. I don't know why. Bolivia. That's the name
Bolero.
of the country. Bolero.
Anyways.
Bolero.
Mm-hmm.
No. What's it? You know its name, don't you? The CEO.
Oh shoot! I wasn't even thinking about. I was thinking about the racer guy.
Oh, Storm.
Yeah, Jackson Storm.
Jackson Storm. Yeah, no, I know. Okay.
Oh
No.
well, the other guy's name is Sterling.
Storlin. I knew it was like I kept thinking of him Ford, like something like Ford, the car company. But I was like, I don't know. Like he had. I knew it was. Yeah. Storm. I always saw Stealing less of like he's an active antagonist, but he's more represents like what Lightning wants to go against. I guess
Yeah.
Storm does too. They kind of both do, but Stealing. Stealing. Yeah. No, that's why I kept saying the CEO. I didn't forget about Storm. I was just. He serves his purpose. I think he's. I don't think I would change how Storm is, but to me, he's not like he's just the like hey, like put him in his place. Because there's also all the other new cards that slowly get bought in. You see it like the beginning of the movie as well. But no, just the whole like coming to age, but like coming to like midlife age. I think
it's a difference. Yeah,
coming to
I know
age
what you
story. And I like how that ends of with Lightning like semi-retiring. I like how they handled Dark, one with his actor passing and them using cut lines from the previous movies. I think that was a very some of those are lines that were going to be in the Xbox game. Fun fact.
Hmm.
And I like how they used that in a way that was tasteful. Obviously, he was paid for his work; he was
Yeah.
credited. So I think that was a really cool way to use it, kind of give that character a send off. And I like how Lightning. I know some people don't like how like maybe it's a little too on the nose when he becomes like the fabulous Lightning McQueen, but I
It's
really
just
like
funny.
it. It's a little goofy, but it's also like it kind of spikes right in that
I
middle.
think I
for me.
undermined how much you liked this movie because I knew you liked it. I didn't know
It's
you
the-
watched it like
I
yearly rewatch.
I watch it a lot. Like I probably couldn't recount every little bit. Like I could have if I sat down and wrote down notes. If you gave me 2 minutes to write some notes down, I could talk about it.
Film review Cars 3. Yay or nay?
2 yays.
2 yays over here.
2 yays over here.
But
2
anyways,
nays over there.
we know how much you love Cars 3, but how much do you love this next film?
Okay. I thought you were going to say the actual name, not the next film. I don't know why that threw me off. Like it's okay. I'll be honest, I never really care for Coco. I think the animation's beautiful. Like,
It's good
like Cars 3, the mud is so cool.
Yes, I know, the mud.
That they talk about in all the marketing.
Yes.
The mud.
The mud.
I love that. Okay, this is Pixar in general. I like how in every movie they have one thing that they're like in towards the animation they want to be revolutionary on.
I will
That
say,
it was like the mud. I think Soul hair. Was that the one with hair?
Yeah, that was definitely the one with hair.
Hair.
Well, you have black hair, which is like infinitely more complicated than any other like hair, like textured hair. But no, even in the worst Pixar films, you do have like a progression of technology, and like that's why it's like you always have that worst scene because like whatever your thoughts on Lightyear are, I don't know them. That film looks really good.
Lightyear looks
But anyways, yeah. Anyways, Coco.
phenomenal.
Before you get back on Cars 3.
Cars 3.
Oh my god.
Oh no. You see there, Cars 3. I don't know why. I just really like his squid in Cars 2.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like Coco. For you, yeah. I've never really talked about it a lot. I feel like you do like enjoy it. I can see it's something you watch every few years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's up here. I do think it's above Cars. I feel like you've probably seen Cars more.
Hey, let me tell you, Coco is a Spanish class classic.
That's true. That's true.
If you had a Spanish class, you know well.
That's how I first watched Coco. And it's probably part of the reason why I don't like it because I was like,
because you're forced to watch
I
it.
can't understand anything.
Did they watch it in Spanish?
This was in Spanish 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like that's fine, but I'm also like, shouldn't even put on subtitles.
Joey, it's
I know, but it was also the 4th month of the class of
That's
Spanish
fair.
1.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even know how to say sentences yet.
They're just trying to expose you, but
I will say I do enjoy Spanish classes.
I will say this because it has no reflection on my like overall opinions on Inside Out. I will never watch it again because I have seen that movie way too many times. I like the movie fine, but I feel like Inside Out has become like. Do you remember like when you were younger? Like if there was like a movie that they would show at school, 9 times out of 10 it would be Cars, right?
No.
Am I okay?
I feel like I was in school. Well, you were in school behind me. Because Cars is already like there were newer movies that were on DVD at that point.
I feel like I saw Cars a lot in like events, like social events, like either whatever. That's fair. It's strictly Pixar movies.
Oh, I can't think of any Pixar movies I've seen in school.
But anyways, I've seen
Cars 2. The first time I saw Cars 2
was at a school event.
It was at a school
I saw
event.
Cars 2 in theaters.
They played but they did it in the auditorium, so I pretty much got to get the theater experience. And when the guy goes in the water on the oil rig, and it goes dun 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 bum.
Anyways,
dun 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 dun.
I had that a lot with Inside Out because like in high school when you had like exam class day, I feel like so many. You might not have had that because your high school experience was a little weird.
Mine was very different, yes.
But you would go in and like if you didn't have exams or you weren't taking them, they would just shove you in a classroom with a bunch of other people who weren't taking exams, but you had to still be there for attendance.
At my school, they were just like, yeah, you just kind of walk around. Here's some of the classrooms that aren't, but you can like just hang out in the hallway as long as you weren't being loud. We played poker.
See, that's cool.
We
But
gambled with horseshoe chocolate.
the point is, they would always show Inside Out, and I've had to sit through that movie, sitting in class, wishing I could be home, not in class, so many times.
The movie they had
I'm just
enough
so.
budget to went one movie.
Well, the thing is, they had it on Disney Plus. Like they had it Disney Plus. They just everyone loves Inside Out,
So,
and it's a
was
good
it- was
movie.
it-
But
Out of curiosity, was it the teachers playing it, or was it they played it through like the school's TV system? So it was like,
no, it was the teachers playing it. They would like pull it up on their laptop.
oh, okay, so everyone had their own feed.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was just wondering.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, but I've had schools where they kind of
Well,
do
they
that, but it
play a
wasn't like
movie
that.
through like one feed, so like everyone just has to. Okay, Inside Out. That's one like everyone would like. I can kind of get that.
Yeah.
Okay, no, for me it was Frozen. That was the one they played. Not a. I don't know if I had a movie they played a ton. Most of the time, my teachers always let us vote.
Yeah.
Um,
But even when they voted, it was always picked Inside Out, and it's like I like that movie
yeah.
fine, but
Yeah,
like
because that movie was pretty old by the time that you would have been watching it in high school.
yeah,
But that's
it had been out for a good few years.
like that was 2020s for the most
But
part.
anyways, we're getting away from the
Yeah,
subject.
that's all.
Coco.
I don't really have any strong thoughts about Coco. I've seen it since in English. It's a fun little movie. I just don't. Again, I feel like for me,
Hey guys, I'm very sorry to be here right now. I just have to sadly inform you that upon the recording that you're watching, we unfortunately lost the audio for the rest of the episode. Now, I know this is going to be very hard to forgive, and we're not expecting forgiveness. We know what we've done. And we're ready to take responsibility for our repercussions. But just try to understand that we truly did not mean for this to happen. And we will try our best to prevent this in the future. In lieu of showing you the rest of the audio-less footage, I figure it might be best to just summarize what happened in the rest of the episode. And we'll do that now.